right?
Yep.
I'm Matt Fisher.
Sean Burnside.
And I'm Danny Screen up there.
Basically, we call it IceBreakers, and it's a social network that allows you to update to a database, find anybody that's free on the interest that you want, and then returns back a result of names and numbers of people that want to get together and do the activities. And what it does is it runs through the phone and hooks up to an Apache server, downloads the hooks to the MySQL, and imports the data back into the phone, and then updates the phone. If there's any failures, it says check back later. And the future enhancements, one of the things we couldn't get working that we wanted to was the GPS updating, to tell how far away you are from this person, and a map to show exactly where you are and if you want to call each other in a centralized location. And we've got other enhancements, but we'll show you that.
Yeah, so basically how it works is that you have to first register your phone, and what it does, it takes the phone number from the phone and puts it up to the database server. And then once you do that, you can enter in a search, entering in either your interest that you want to do, like say you want to do a study group and what you want to study, and then a couple different fields, age range, date range, and time range, and then it loads it up to the server using actually, instead of a socket, it uses a HTTP URL connection, and then once it does that, does the SQL, gets it back, and then displays the results of any activities that people have searched for already. Once you search for an activity, it stays in the database, so that when people search for it, that's the result that gets sent back to the user. Yeah.
All right, so this is, should I focus this?
I think there's a lot of things, but AI. It looks pretty good though.
It looks fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Graphics are just much nicer than that, though. Anyway, it's a very basic interface to start out with. There's only a couple functions you can do. You can either enter a search or you can register. So if you haven't registered yet, you have to register first. So you go to the registration screen, and one of the features that we put down as a future enhancement was to enter your Facebook ID. And the plan was, what it'll do is it'll grab the people who are your friends from your Facebook ID, the ones who have also registered for this and enabled this application. So it'll go through the Facebook API, grab the IDs of your friends, and so when it does a search, you could say, I only want to get results back for people who are friends of my friends. The thinking being that if your friends know these people, then you're more likely to get along with them, and you're more likely to trust them because your friends trust them. So that's what the Facebook ID was intended to do. And so my Facebook ID is 1224. So we could just put an M, right? Okay. So I entered all the information in. This one seems a little bit slow. But it pops up a toast. The toast is actually, we need to change the color of the font because I set a style sheet and it's got a white background, so the toast now has a white background with white text. So I couldn't figure out how to change the toast text color, but it just said we were registered now. And so then the other thing, once you do that, you can go into a search and you give your search a title. So we'll just say,
And if you notice the interests, they're actually a database and it grabs them, so you can change your interest and it's dynamically changes.
yeah, you see right now it has study group, and you can pick also movies, but then if you go back and you see the study group, there's a few categories that you can pick. And if you decided that you wanted to do a movie instead, it automatically updates the other one to be a different drop-down menu that's appropriate, context appropriate. And then just, I don't know how people use cell phones sometimes. Okay, we'll say 3.9 through 3:10. This is when we're interested in going to a movie with someone. We don't know actually when somebody might want to go, but maybe we're free at those couple of days. We want to go from anywhere from 5 to 8. And you can also say, yeah, I don't want to go with someone who's not in my age group, so we'll say 20 to 30. Kind of a wide range, but anyway, so then you submit this, and what it does is it goes out, looks for people who are also interested in seeing romantic comedies who are in your area, and basically it sends you their names and their cell phone numbers, and it lets you guys kind of coordinate and meet up together. And the idea is that you might not even know these people. It's just saying, if you want to go to lunch and you don't want to go to lunch alone, you say, I'm looking to go to lunch with 2 to 4 people, and this is about when I want to go, and is there anyone else who wants to go to lunch right now? And it searches, and anyone who's registered who wants to go to lunch right now, you can coordinate and you all go to lunch together. And maybe you like these people, maybe you don't, but it's a way to meet new people. That's why I call it Icebreakers. So.
One other, we're gonna change it so that if you don't want your phone number, you can do your email and stuff like that.
One
So-
of the things we had as a future enhancement was, and this is, I mean, the project just kept getting bigger, but was to have some kind of message board where you would say, yes, I'm interested in going, when do you want to go? And the server would act as a message board and just send messages back and forth to you guys, so that you didn't have to necessarily give your phone number out to strangers, but you could still coordinate if you wanted to.
Craigslist.
Kind of, on the fly Craigslist, yeah, for a moment.